Light the lamp, not the rat. I don't sound so muted to me.
That was the here we go part. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 13 of the SideQuest Gaming Podcast, a weekly podcast where four long-time friends get together and discuss what's going on in their world of video games, movies, television. I am, as always, joined by my hosts, co-hosts, Sasquatch Nugget.
What's up?
Blue Spider.
Yo.
And Pascal is in Germany, of course, and I am Westman Y2K. We went back with the gamer tag names this week. I just totally forgot and did that.
That's all right.
Start over.
Who's those guys? I don't know them.
It's a
I
bad
don't know.
habit.
You put it on your mail that you sent me.
Oh, so great. I was like, either somebody's gonna freak out because they're gonna think, wait, did we miss our invitation that Zach's getting married? Because it's Lady Spider.
Yeah, my mom, I walked in the door and she's like, what the hell is that?
So how taken back was she, though? Like, did she have to think about taking it out, like putting it back in the mailbox?
Sasquatch Nugget, is that a porn site? Zach, are you consuming pornography?
I don't think she was concerned about it that much. Where she's like, were you expecting something? I think if I would have said no and would have played it up a little bit more. No, not at all. What are you talking about?
I love that shit. Anyway, what's been up, guys? Other than weird mailings.
Oh, not much.
Yeah, I think I had a pretty quiet week since last week. I didn't do a whole lot. I went and saw A Simple Favor.
Ooh.
I think yeah.
What's that?
And
Simple Favor.
that is the, I guess, murder mystery movie with Blake Lively and
girl Anna Kendrick.
Not really my cup of tea. So
it's gonna be weird seeing her in not a comedic role.
It was kind of a comedic role.
Oh, okay.
It was real weird. It was done by the same dude who did Bridesmaids and Spy or whatever with what's her nuts? Melissa McCarthy.
Yes.
Okay. So it definitely had a lot of that kind of humor in it that just I don't get that. Doesn't do anything for me. I laughed a couple times just because. Have you guys seen Gone Girl?
I haven't.
Mm-mm.
I need to.
Okay.
I plan to.
Definitely put that on the list. It's a good movie. But it was just like they took Gone Girl and decided to make it a Lifetime movie, but then rated R.
Gone Girl.
I don't know. You turn that into a Lifetime movie and I suddenly don't want to see it.
Exactly. Exactly. But the movie did incredibly well critically, like Rotten Tomatoes. It's like an 87% critic score, 81% audience score. Really well done, I guess. I didn't get it.
Beast Mode.
Oh, Beast Mode.
What's going on, Beast Mode? It's just kind of boring. I was real bored through the whole thing, and it was too twisty.
Oh.
I'm sure Nugget will have it figured out immediately once he watches it, but.
Challenge accepted.
If they would have just stuck with it, almost came across as satirical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then you could tell they were also trying to be serious with it. And
I was going to say
one or the other.
Yeah, they had there was an ad for the movie where they were pitching the movie idea to another actor, and he was like, "Okay, so I see. This sounds." Not good. It needs to be more laughy, haha, funny. We got two comedic actresses going into a serious movie, and that just doesn't sell these days. So they were putting it out there to be very serious, like a serious role.
They were making fun of themselves, I think.
Wow.
Gotcha.
Like the worst kind of movie.
It just wasn't my thing, but it did well, I guess.
I saw that your Mandy score has dropped a little bit now.
Has it? I haven't even been able to see it because it's not airing anywhere around me.
Right. I ran into the same problem. I was waiting and waiting,
really
and then
wanted to go see that.
It didn't drop much though. I think it's still in the 90s, which is good.
That's good.
Maybe like high 80s, I think.
I'm gonna check it out because we're sitting here. It is a 94% critically, and then a 70% audience score.
Oh, that's went down even more then, because that's the 80 something I saw, I think, earlier in the week.
Yeah, 123 fresh critic reviews to 8 rotten reviews.
Oh, how long has it been out?
2 weeks now, 3 weeks now.
I mean, if it's got a 90
14th
out of 125 or 120 some reviews, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, but audience apparently isn't digging it too much, which I guess I could understand. A blood-filled LSD trip might not be most people's cup of tea.
I just don't like. I don't like the audience scores on things like Metacritic or Rotten Tomatoes because, like, it's always lower because people are assholes.
Yeah, I sometimes average it, and that's what I go in looking at. Like, if I see critics put it high and audience put it low, I'll take the two together and average it, and that's what I'll go in thinking. Like, oh, it's going to be average, or if they both are high or low, you know.
Right. Yeah. Still looking forward to watching it. I'm thinking I'm gonna work on getting my hands on a copy for this weekend and checking that out. What else did I do? I just took over as going first because I've been first the last couple of weeks.
Oh, you're fine. Roll with it.
I watched. Well, I've seen it before, but I made McKenna watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy over the weekend.
Oh, good movie.
Which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Like half an hour, 45 minutes into it, I just look over and I'm like, this movie just gets me. It's 100% my kind of comedy. She didn't agree.
You know, the first time I watched it, I fell asleep through it. And the second time I loved it, but Wes asked me to make a list of like comedy type movies, and it almost made my list. I almost wrote it on there.
I tried to read the book once. I fell asleep on that too.
There's not a whole lot of books or movies I've read the books for. Like, it's real hit or miss with that. But Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is probably the only one I'd say where the movie is actually better than the book.
Really?
There's just something about having it. So much of it's visual because it deals with aliens and all this kind of weird stuff that it's hard to paint a mental picture of all this stuff going on because it's all incredibly outlandish. So to have it actually there in front of you, being able to see it really makes the story come to life, I think. I would put that on if I was giving you a top 200 comedy movies, the watch list or whatever it is. I would definitely throw that one on there.
Oh yeah. Had I kept going, I think I put on about maybe 30 movies on there.
Okay.
There was plenty of room to expand.
I can't wait to hear them. I'm gonna see if there's any.
I'm excited for that too.
And then I just started thinking about things that were in my head. Like, I was just giving you like new, and I was like, you know what if he's never seen this? So then I started going back. Like, I'm talking some of these in the 70s and 80s. So.
Oh wow.
Well, so they came out in the 70s. I saw them later as a kid.
Right. Anything else? I played a good amount of Magic: The Gathering Arena because that came out of closed beta at the end of last week. I'm loving it. As a person who's never really played a Magic game before, like, I messed around with the closed beta enough to kind of understand how Magic flows, the stages of a game and the turns and everything, but not enough to really get into it. But sitting down and actually playing the open beta, because there's no more wipes or anything, so the cards you earn are the cards you're going to keep until eternity, kind of sort of thing. I have a blast. If you guys are even remotely interested in card collecting, deck building games, I think you should give it a go.
Okay. Yeah, I think we talked about it.
Yeah.
And I forgot to go in and... Well, you said it's closed beta, so I wouldn't have been able to get in anyways.
Yeah, but now...
my Madden Ultimate Sports Ball team's for.
Yeah?
Card building and deck building and shit.
Yeah.
Joe Montana smites your Troy Aikman.
I think the big one out now is they just put out a 92 overall Donovan McNabb.
Oh.
From his
prime. The McNabb. Oh, wait, that's not that.
The McDab. That sounds like a McDonald's thing, though.
Yeah. You go there and they give you a fucking little thing of marijuana here.
Damn. What's up, Dolphin? What else besides Magic?
Me and Nugget played a little bit of, what is it, Ring of Elysium?
Yep. Row, row, row your boat gently down the snow mountain.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a snowboard. It's not really so much of a boat. That was kind of cool. We had some good times in it. It's a little weird having all the different modes of transportation, because you can pull out a snowboard if you pick the snowboard kit, and you can pull out a hang glider if you pick that kit, or a rock climber's pack if you pick that kit, so you can get to weird places in weird ways or move a little bit faster.
It makes you think, though. There's no sitting static anymore, not in this game, because you can... we got in trouble on a mountain, and I got downed, and I just couldn't get away. And next thing you know, Blood's just down the mountain on his snowboard, and he got away. And then the motherfuckers just hand glided right around in front of him and murdered him.
I would have been farther away if I didn't smash into a rock and fucking face plant right at the base of this mountain. I'm just sliding down there, shredding this thing, dust going everywhere, and then this little rock pops up, and I hit it with the front of my snowboard and just face plant right into the dirt and take like 20 damage.
So what is this game about?
It
besides
is
the snowboarding?
battle royale. I guess the story behind it is there's this horrible cold front they've decided to name Ymir blowing in, and instead of being a circle that closes in, the map's divided up into zones, and the cold front reaches the zones, and you have to get out of those zones, so the map can close in odd shapes that you wouldn't get in the traditional battle royale, which is kind of cool. And they don't have a plane system to drop in. You actually just get the map, and it's put off into grid squares, and you pick your grid square, and it highlights it as you wanting to drop there, and it shows all the different teams where they're all going.
And you could even like double up on a team if you want to. Like you can pick a square next to them.
That way, so you can get into a fight real quick.
But that pissed some people off. Why do they keep landing next to me?
Yeah,
but I don't see it happen very often, from what I could tell.
Yeah, it didn't really, like, there were a couple of the major cities that would have 2 teams in there, it seemed like, but not too much. And you start with guns. You start off with, based on the kit you pick, a different weapon. So 2 of the kits had pistols. One was a 9mm, one was a USP 45, and the other one had a shotgun. Yeah. So that was kind of cool. We had a good time. It was interesting. So you create a character when you start, and it's all Asian inspired. So you can't make a character that looks anything but Asian. So that was kind of fun.
Can't be William.
Hello,
William.
Jonathan Chan.
But you can be Jonathan Chan or Chastity Chan.
My
or
lover.
Angry Robot.
Jackie Chan.
It was fun. My guy looked almost like the bad guy in Big Trouble in Little China. I made him as wrinkly as I could.
Oh my god.
Is that about it though? I watched some Superstore. I don't know if you guys have heard of Superstore.
Sounds familiar.
NBC show, I think, maybe. It's on Hulu, so whatever station Hulu gets. But it's, having worked in retail, I think you guys would really appreciate the comedy factor in it, because it sums up working in a retail store pretty good.
Is it the comedy? It's kind of like a spoof of Walmart or whatever.
Cloud9. It's like a Christian-based retail store company, kind of sort of thing. It's got America Ferrera,
yeah,
whatever. She's like the big actress in it, and it's actually really funny. It's worth watching. It sucks that you can't get all the seasons on Hulu. The first 2 aren't on there.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but I went and obtained it.
You can find it.
Yeah, in other ways, nefarious ways.
Pirate proxies.
Speaking of,
still works very well, by the way.
don't know what you speak of on this piracy.
Captain Jack Sparrow, of course.
There's actually an article out this week about how all the different streaming services that are popping up are actually pushing more people back towards piracy. Like when Netflix first came out, you started to see a decline in the amount of people visiting torrent websites, and now that everyone and their mom has their own service with their own exclusives out there, the piracy is coming back.
Yeah, because you can't afford it.
You can't. You're at this point, if you want to get a hold of everyone's exclusives, you're paying just as much as you were.
Let's think about them
before for cable.
Amazon's got one. Disney's got one. CBS has one. Netflix, Hulu. What else is there?
There's HBO has their own. Showtime has their own.
Did Redbox ever do one? Because I thought they were going to dabble into it.
I don't know if Redbox has one. I have never heard of it.
And all the sports organizations have their league packages and stuff
and
like
then
that.
You had. Did you name Disney? Mm-hmm. Okay, Disney, and then you have DC's coming out with one.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
So now it's not even just networks. It's going to be every little subgenre you can get. So they've found a way now that the light finally went off, and they're like, we can monetize the fuck out of this, and everybody's just going to start stealing it again.
And then you got Crunchyroll. Although Crunchyroll might be one of the bang for your butt. Like if you're into that sort of thing, Crunchyroll's the place to be. You know what I mean?
What is that sort of thing?
Anime. Crunchyroll's just purely anime, and they do a lot of cool stuff where they'll have subtitled versions the day after they air in Japan, which is pretty cool, honestly. But not so much. Not so much my thing. I just have a hard time picking animes to watch.
Crunchyroll could also be sushi.
Yes, delicious.
Which comes sushi. Which eventually circles back to anime being Japanese.
Oh, William, you're going to have a theme this podcast. You're not like a sushi.
I do like the sushi.
I mean,
can't do it either. I tried though.
You did.
I tried like a champ. I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't throw up, but I didn't like it. It's like I wouldn't do it again.
What was it? Was it a texture thing?
It's the flavor. I can't. Really? Like all my fish has to be like the whitest fish ever and fried, deep fried, and flavored with like cheese or ketchup or barbecues. No, anything that like makes it not taste like fish, I guess.
Okay.
So when that fish, man, it was. I mean, it's fresh. It doesn't get any fresher. I've caught my own fish out of a lake and fried it in a pan 5 seconds later. So I know the fresh fish taste, and it was fresh.
Yeah, just not your thing.
Just not my thing.
Oh, man, I love it. I love it so much that I'll even regularly eat the garbage you get at a grocery store.
Couldn't even consider it. No way, Jose.
There's plenty of people who are like that.
I like shrimp. That's about as far as you're going to get me, and it's cooked.
See, and that's funny. I avoid shrimp as much as I possibly can.
See, I loved fried shrimp. Not grilled, though.
I like any shrimp.
Nope.
Yeah. Cocktail shrimp?
Oh.
Especially.
No thanks.
Oh, man.
I don't like the cocktail sauce.
I'll suck that shit right up.
Oh, there's possibility. There's
right out the shell, the tail shell.
Right?
They got the shit veins that run through them. They don't get butterfly.
Right? The shit ones are coming, Randy.
Oh man.
I think that's probably
played the PUBG.
Yeah, I played the PUBG. We got a win 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
After we did the podcast last week, played the next 2 days. Got a win each day. Not much else to be said about that. The game's the game. It's hit or miss. It reminds me, the more and more I play it, the more the game reminds me of Call of Duty. Just in that I'm not entirely sure how you could manage to be consistently good. It's just the game doesn't give you the game's not well enough made, I guess. Is that what I want to say? To have consistency in it?
Yep, you can't be consistent. Some days it's on a consistency level, like you feel like you're winning the fights you should win, and other days you're making it behind a wall and you're starting to heal yourself and you fall over because you were murdered
that's lag
10 seconds
bullshit
prior
there,
and
but
you didn't know.
I mean, that's the lag stuff. I get that, but
It is.
when you say it's not built well enough, I mean, isn't a lot of that built into it the way it is, like the random drops being where they are?
Well, so we don't even play on the original maps specifically, so we don't get screwed over by the random drops. We play on Sandhawk, which basically anywhere you go, you're gonna get at least decked out in level 1 gear and a gun with at least a regular.
Is that a trend that most people
are
are doing, or a lot of people just playing on that map?
I don't know if I can really speak to that. I know it usually seems to take longer to get into a game on the original two maps.
Mm-hmm.
But when I watch people stream occasionally, it seems like they just queue up for whatever map's available and bounce back and forth.
Yeah. And most of the streamers I watch to learn most of what I learned from PUBG all are on Sanhok. They don't play the old ones
All the time. That's weird because, I mean, obviously I haven't played on that map, but if I did, it was like once. But I know you guys liked the game so much before that map came out, and now is the gameplay on that map or the placements, because the map is smaller, so vastly a different experience that you no longer want to play on that map that you loved for so long, or has something else changed?
I don't mind.
Mine's the loot.
Yeah. I don't mind playing on Aaron Gold, the first map that came out, but I absolutely can't stand the desert map. I hate that map.
I didn't like that when I played it.
Yeah, I hate that map with every fiber of my being.
It's just so, I mean, I don't have a problem with the maps being spread out and wide open, but it's just miles of nothing.
Out and so open. And you don't get loot to handle the spread outness and the openness. But in Sandhawk, you do. You just do. Like, there might be a game where you don't get a 4x scope, you get a 3x scope instead, and that kind of sucks.
So it seems to me that the big thing that the way you're talking about it screams to me is it's a more consistent experience, but that's partly because it also makes the entire experience faster.
Yeah, it makes it faster and it makes it more action-packed, and that's what I want from the game. I don't enjoy sneaking around that much and just looting 8 different towns to hope I get something.
So then perhaps the long termness, the long game cycle of PUBG is getting old. When presented with a quicker option.
Well,
yeah,
because I don't think anybody ever really cared before. I mean, it didn't bother me that it took so long. It bothered me that I would spend 45 minutes to play a match and then fucking die and not really get anything out of it. But it didn't, like, I still enjoyed the experience, but I haven't played the smaller map to see. But it seems like to me, one of the things that I liked about Fortnite was it's just quicker, in and out. You find loot, boom, it's easy, quick. You don't have to spend 6 hours looting up and hoping you get that, level 3 or that scope that you wanted or whatever.
And then also getting the absolute drop on the person, because if you don't, they're going to see you and kill you before you can shoot back. In Sandhawk, like, I'm almost guaranteed one fight where I'm going to see the person and be able to shoot at them, and that's all I play that game for, is to see people and shoot at them.
Then here's a question for you both. You both play that game almost daily. Say tomorrow they take Sandhawk out and it's gone forever. Would you keep playing the game?
If Nugget kept playing the game, I would play the game with him.
I would probably continue to play the game in hopes that whatever model they have for loot, I don't know if the maps are just so huge that the loot gets distributed more on the bigger maps. They would have to turn that up. Because I'm in the same boat that you talk about, Wes, where I hate running forever and ever and ever, and maybe finding a gun that can support me to get me a little further on in the game, rather than running 45 minutes with a Tommy gun.
Now, do you think, and I'm not trying to put a spin on this, or definitely not put words in anybody's mouth, but do you think that and Call of Duty is going to have its own base because it is so much more mainstream, but do you think that would be something that you would be more interested in if they get that time to kill down, or they had a hardcore mode? Would that be something that would make you switch over and because I think that the map is much smaller, and I think from what I understand, things are readily available all over the place. What other than time to kill did you guys have big issues with in comparison? Because a lot of things are going to be done really well. Apparently, they've been working on this game for 2 years since the whole craze started, and I really think it's going to be like the next big thing for me. And I wasn't expecting it to be because, I guess when I found out that they were not putting a single player mode in the game and they were going to focus more on multiplayer, that was before it was announced that they were putting out a battle royale. So I just kind of wrote the game off a long time ago anyway, but I don't know. I'm just curious what it takes to get you guys, it's not that I even want you to, but I'm saying what would it take to get you guys to go from like one of the originators to this more mainstream carbon copy if it runs smoother and, you know what I mean? Less kind of bumps on the road.
I just don't think that Call of Duty is my game anymore in any way, shape, or form. Whether it's the team deathmatch or the objective based or the battle royale. Like, I just don't enjoy. Here's what it would take. It would take Modern Warfare 2 with a battle royale, not Black Ops 3 with a battle royale.
What about Black Ops 2 with a battle royale?
Which one was Black Ops 2?
The best one. It was the one where
was that the one with the Vietnamese village where
2020?
There was the rice patty, and then no, not that one. Black Ops 1 with a battle royale? Sure. The original Black Ops, which I just remember a lot of, like, I don't know, rice patty Vietnam feeling maps. I really enjoyed those maps, and I really enjoyed that gameplay. I don't like the guns.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Like the guns.
I couldn't comment on the guns because I haven't seen if they're future-y or.
They're future-y. They're all future-y. I don't play with that. Like, it makes the game. Call of Duty is already very arcadey, and that makes the game too far arcadey while it still tries to be realistic. Right. Does that like it?
Yeah, I didn't. I was hoping like you're gonna have your 45s and your AK-47s. No.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth.
You got some AKs, but they're AKs with like 70 round magazines and all this crazy shit that just don't.
Yeah, you pretty much use the magazine as a tripod, you know. It's got 70 rounds, so you just put it in the ground. You're like, oh, okay, I can shoot.
I'm just going to shoot for an hour.
Third leg. Okay, well, same question for Battlefield 5. What are they calling it? Battlefield 5?
Yeah.
Same question.
What about it?
Same question. Like, do you think that that they would be that is something that you would switch over to from PUBG?
I haven't played it, so I don't know. I that's such a different experience for a Battlefield game that I'm not sure how it would work.
Yeah,
I would have said the same thing about the Call of Duty experience before I had tried it, and even though I didn't try it that much, it's just it just doesn't feel good.
Yeah, because I mean that's what I didn't play the Call of Duty, so I can't talk much on it. I watched what I watched. We're already putting out the timing to kill. If they could drop that or make a hardcore mode. But the next thing you would have to do then, since you're not giving me a first person, which I've hardly played any of the first person. I'm sorry. Where was I going with that? Yeah, I don't know why I said
hardcore.
First person. Story mode. I always get about halfway through the story mode before I lose interest in most all the Call of Duty games. So the story mode doesn't do anything for me. But if you're not going to focus on a story mode, then you're not going to get me to pay $60. Even if you take the kill times down, even if you put realistic guns back in it, it still wouldn't be enough. The price point would have to come down unless they put more into a story. At least make me feel like I'm getting my money's worth.
Right.
With Battlefield, I think I could possibly get into it. I don't know without playing it. I like that it would again be Battlefield with their, if you hit somebody from here up with a sniper rifle, you're going to take them down. You got the leading, you got that, you had the account for drop, leading. I like all the realisticness of it. And a while ago, Zach took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, Call of Duty to me has gotten so just arcadey looking to me. Like I don't like the way it looks. I didn't like the last two that we played. Just the way they looked. It looks like it was just made from a children's coloring book to me. Like, you can make a red barn, and you can make a red barn look like a red barn, but they could fuck up a red barn.
There's just something visually about the game and just the way the game feels when you play it, and then the ridiculous weapons that are into it. Like, I think what I enjoy about PUBG is that it divides that line between like the more ultra realism of like Arma 3's battle royales and then what we're gonna get out of the Call of Duties, right, or the Fortnites. Like I could see Call of Duty pulling a significant amount of people out of Fortnite.
Oh, definitely.
More so than pulling anyone out.
I know a couple streamers, and for a fact that are pretty much nothing that Fortnite has done, but they're ready for Call of Duty. They're pretty much done with Fortnite, and they're going to be hot and heavy on that as soon as it comes out. The reason I asked that question to you guys was because just based on what you're saying, it sounds like time of like the average amount of time you spend per round is becoming. It's almost like you're craving it to be lower and lower.
And that's always been my thing with PUBG. Like, from the get-go, though, is like I've always wanted to, let's hot drop. I either want to kill some people or die immediately.
So we can start again.
So I can start again. Like, I want to fight. I want the intensity that comes with the game, because I feel like out of all the games I've really played, that game gives me the most intense firefights.
But you want I would agree with that.
Like everything going on around you and how the guns feel and just how visceral it feels when you get shot or you're walking through and the random gunshot comes and hits over your head out of nowhere. Like, that's the feeling that I crave.
How much of that is the game giving you that feeling, and how much of that is you, because you know when you die you're dead?
I think it's the game. I've played plenty of once you die you're dead games. I think they just do it well enough.
Okay.
To give me that.
Yeah, because not only does the report of the round scare you, but the round going past your head.
And
I have jumped before and almost dropped the mouse out of my hand. The way it.
And I couldn't name another game. Even like I used to play a lot of America's Army when that game came out years and years and years ago, and I had plenty of holy shit, I'm the last person left alive. This is, my heart's racing because I have 3 people to kill, but I never had a boom, gunshots happened, oh my god, my heart froze and I can't move my hands. Like, I've never had that in any other game I've ever played, and I've been playing games for 25 years at this point.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, cool. That's I think that's what it does.
I think it's a good explanation. It helps me understand where you're coming from, and it's good convo. I like it.
Yeah, and I think the vein that Call of Duty holds for people is what Overwatch fills for me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Quick in and out, not too serious.
In and out, not super serious. The arcade feel fits everything more about the game.
Don't even have to concentrate that much. If you know,
if I just want to go in there and just screw around, I can just go in there and screw around and have a good time. I've taken a hiatus for a while, and I played one game before we got on here to do this and had a freaking blast, even though my team was hot garbage. But
you hear that, Zach's team? Hot garbage. Get on it.
They were hot garbage, man. I played a healer, and I was #1 kills, damage, and healing.
And you were a damn healer.
Yeah, damn healer.
So. Well, yeah. You guys could keep asking me questions and I could talk about shit all day long.
I'm out of questions.
Get me going. Talk for hours. I guess TJ, what have you been up to?
Oh well, we've touched on most everything I've played. I think one thing I wanted to talk about on Rings of Elysium that I liked, or Ring of Elysium, I like that it's not a zone that's coming in on you, like slowly coming in from a circle. For those that you can't see my hands, this we all know in Battle Royale, all the circles come in after a certain minute. You have 3 minutes to get to somewhere to the edge, and then it circles in, it encompasses you. Elysium takes it and makes it jagged, and it shows you what area is going to be frozen after that time's up. So you got 5 minutes to get out of that area. So you're talking, one time it might be a square at the bottom left of the map, and then the next time it might be the upper right hand corner of the map, and it'll look like a shark's mouth. I mean, it's just you don't know what the area is going to look like until it lets you know. So I like that in it. I like starting with the guns. So if you do get some people that start with you, you could actually defend yourself and not have to worry about, are they going to find a gun first? PUBG is PUBG. They did mess up and they gave me 2 permanent items.
Oh,
hell yeah!
That'll set them back a
10 cents. Yeah, they I got to my, every, on the way it goes, every 10th level is a permanent item. So I hit level 20, got my permanent item, hit level 21, and it said you unlocked a permanent item. So they gave me 2 in a row, 2 permanent items, and I went and checked, and they're still there. So I'm excited.
I had something like that happen at work.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But tell you about it. I'm still going to tell you about it though. I didn't talk about. Yeah,
Nice.
This was this week. So I'm at work.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm like totally interrupting your thing to tell the story, but it just reminded me of it.
You got to.
He got multiple cans of permanent items. I got multiple cans of Coke. I'm at work the other day and I'm fucking parched. So I go to the break room and I'm going to hit up the vending machine for a Diet Coke, a can of Diet Coke for 85 cents. And I go in there and I put my change in and I hit Diet Coke and nothing happens. So I hit it harder and nothing happens. And I look and it says sold out. And I'm like, why is the Diet Coke sold out? The only person that drinks that shit here is me and the old ladies. And there's not that many of them. So I'm like,
because they drink his Diet Coke,
I guess. So I'm like, whatever, I'll get a freaking real Coke. So I hit Coke and Coke comes out. I bend down, I get my Coke, and I'm like, all right, here's more sugar. That's what I need. And I start to walk away. And as I walk away, I hear and I turn around in mid-step, look back. There's another Coke down there. And then another one falls. And another one falls. And I run back over there and I start picking up Cokes and more keep falling out. And another one and another one and another one. And then the Cokes finally stop falling. And the machine is sitting there going zzz, tick, 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 zzz, tick, 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 zzz, tick, 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 tick. So I'm like, I guess it's trying to spit more Cokes out. And there's none left. So I hit the refund button. And it gave me all my freaking money back too. So all in all, I got 8 Cokes out of the deal and all my 85 cents back. So I go and I'm like, well, I'm going to take 2 of these Cokes. The poor janitor guy, cleaning guy, he's like, well, do you want to put them in a bag for the vending machine guy and put them in the office? No, I'm putting these in the fridge. No way, Jose. It's not my fault. That thing takes people's money all the time. So I put them in the. I go.
You'll bring balance to the force.
Exactly. I go to
That's
put the
right.
Cokes in the fridge, have some community Coca-Colas on the vending machine for a change, and when I open up the fridge, I see like 4 or 5 cans of Diet Coke in there. So
Did you at least bribe the janitor?
No. So I asked him if he wanted one, and he said no. I asked him if he wanted one before that conversation even started.
He probably thought it was one of those old AP tricks.
Yeah, you know what?
Get me with that Coke.
This damn integrity check right here, baby. But so I opened up the fridge to put the real Cokes in there, and there's like 5 Diet Cokes staring me in the face. I guess that's why they were out of Diet Coke, because apparently it happened the day before to somebody else on the Diet Cokes. So their vending machine's messed up. So yeah. Anyway, that's my story of your that's my comparison
items
to your free PUBG items. Yeah. So apparently,
the
stingy people are giving out shit to everybody this week. What did you get that you shouldn't have got, Zach?
Let me think about it, and I'll get back to you later.
So on the PUBG, did good. We got 3 chickens yesterday, so I was super excited about that. 2 of them was me by myself. Ding.
Awesome.
I feel like I'm getting a little better at the game.
Your frequency of wins would suggest so.
Yeah, so
Agreed.
I think in squads I was in the top 1.02%, and in duos was like top 3%.
Seriously?
Yeah, so feel like I'm getting better at the game. I just wanted to talk about the 2, guys, this never happens to me, so I got to talk about it, and I'm sorry you guys got to listen to it. The first chicken dinner, lost my duo partner with 40 people left. I had 2 kills at the time that he died, which were the 2 people we were fighting that he died in. Ran on, and the circle was closing in. Ran into a single player, put him down, put me up to the 3rd kill. Ran on to the next zone, found a single player in my way, took him down. Neither one of those were good gunfights. So I think at the end there were 4 people left. It was me. It was a single double. So a team of 2, single and me. Guy runs out of the house above me. I cut down below to the bottom of the circle, down on the riverbank where there's some rocks. The team of 2 take him out. Now I know exactly where they are, but apparently they knew exactly where I was, because out of the 5 rocks that I could be at, they grenaded me 6 times, each of them throwing 3 grenades. So I literally ran left side of the rock, boom, right side of the rock, boom, left side, back and forth, didn't get killed by these grenades. So then I sit there and they're like, well, we didn't kill him with a grenade, where the heck's he at? So I start hearing gunfire. They tried to draw me out with the old fake a gunfight. I didn't fall for it, stood my ground. The circle started pushing in. I took a peek out to the left, saw one guy running, took shots at him. My mistake, missed all rounds. I hear footsteps to my right. I peek right, guy's jumping on a rock right next to me, down him. Guy throws smoke at him, at his partner, and then throws smoke at me. I run out around, since I know where he's at in the smoke, he can't see me anymore. I look up, we both see each other through the smoke, but it starts to fill where you can't see each other. We both start firing through the smoke at each other. I realize I'm not getting any hits on him. He's not getting any hits on me. I decide I think he's going to go backwards. I just shoot into the smoke about 5 feet backwards and killed him.
Hell yeah.
And when we talk about how things can mess with you in that game and make you feel, I am an adrenaline junkie. That's why I do the job I do. I love it. And when I came out of the end of that match, it all hit me at once, and I had the old shaky hands. I couldn't even touch the mouse or the keyboard to get into the next game. I mean, it was action-packed adrenaline.
Do the Turtle Man call.
Yeah.
Live action.
So that was that one. The other one was just the second one was we were all live 3v1. Poor dude didn't stand a chance. We were all 3 shooting at him because he had to run out into the middle of the zone with no cover.
Poor bastard.
Then the third one, we all got down to 10 players left. We were pinched between a team of 3 below us, 2 above us 3, and then 2 ahead of us. We ended up losing both of my teammates, so making me alone. But I was able to take out the 2 that were above us. I run in. I'm running. I'm like, man, if somebody sneezes on me, I'm dead. I have maybe an inch of health left. That's all I got. I find a bush. I look down. 3 dudes staring at me, but somehow didn't see me fall in this bush. I go to my medical. No bandages. No first aid. All I had was 2 energy drinks. So I take both of those. You want to talk about having to will yourself not to shoot somebody.
Will me, Riggs.
Yes, Riggs was willing me. I had Shy in my ear. Don't do it. Don't do it. So I know I got M24 guy and his teammate straight ahead of me. And down to my left, I would say about 40 feet is a wall of one of the boot camps. And they're all 3 laying behind the wall, but they're so compact and they're against the edge of the circle. They have to keep like getting up and moving and falling back down to let the other one be able to get in from the zone. So I wanted to shoot him because every time they stood up, I had the perfect shot. But I was like, now M24 guy up above me is going to know where I'm at.
Man, if only, not to interrupt you too much, if only you started picking up grenades.
If only I could have. I guarantee you, I could have took him out. I was suppressed, so I almost thought about taking the shots. But you can figure out where suppressed shots are that small of a circle. So I waited out in this bush. I'm still only half health because it's just energy drinks and I only had 2 of them. So they're not healing as much as I would like. Circle starts pushing in. I get circle. I only have to move like 5 feet up to a tree. They scramble out behind the wall. At this point, I take my time. I'm snaking through the grass. I'm not standing up. They all 3 start getting in the fight with the 2 teams above me, or the 2 guys above me. They each take 1 person out. So it's 2 down at the bottom, 1 up at the top now with the sniper rifle. And then I take my time because now I got to get up and move. I hit one of the guys, knock him on the team of 3 below me. I'm suppressed. I run up to the tree where it's going to be in zone. Dude in front of me takes the last guy out. The zone starts moving again. So it's 1v1 at this point, or 1v2, because I don't know if he got his partner up. I see him die to the zone. I realize there's only 1 tree he could be behind, and he's out of zone on that tree. So I knew he wasn't going to run behind the tree and come back in zone because it would hurt too much. I put my gun right on the tree where I think he's going to pop out at. He pops out. I explode that dome. Chicken dinner.
Hell
Shaky hands again.
Nice. Yeah, I can never perform in those situations in that game.
I think that's what it is, because I'm telling you, when it was the 3 of us, or if it's 2 of us or 3 of us, I don't get that way. But when I know I got like 3 people that's just watching me play for them, it just adds more pressure onto it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so that's all I got for gaming. I enjoyed Row. It was fun. I could play it again. I only watched 1 movie. This is a movie by myself. Belinda doesn't like it because it messes with her head.
All by myself?
I just wanted to watch it. I don't know why. A Wrinkle in Time.
It's the one with Oprah Winfrey?
Yes, Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, the little girl from, I think, The Office, isn't it? The little Indian girl? No, she's not in The Office?
Yes.
Okay. I can't think of her name. There was a couple...
Mindy? Something?
Yes.
Mindy.
And then there was like 2 or 3 male actors, and I can't think of their names either. Zach Galifianakis, I think is... Galifianakis, yes. He was one in there. So, that was an interesting movie. I just like their take on time and space. I also like their take on, if you have children or teens that are going through something in their life, I think this movie can give them really good life lessons. That was scary sounding. I feel like somebody got hit with a hammer.
Sorry.
What was it?
My phone fell.
Oh.
I was like, whew. I think it could teach some people some life lessons. So I'm gonna give it I think I'm gonna give it 7 nugs.
Nice. That's pretty high for you.
Oh man.
I like the life lessons in it, man.
Okay.
I thought it was good for that. I thought it was good.
Have you ever read the book?
No.
You should pick up the book. I only went to go see it because I remember really digging the book as a kid. Okay. Loving the book. And then watching the movie, I was just very let down. I went and saw it in the theater.
What would you give it?
4. A
4? So there we can take an average and go to 5.5.
5.5.
But yeah, I think from what I was looking at, the reason why I wanted to watch it was just I just like, Doctor Who, timey-wimey type space, like alternate dimensions, realities, all that stuff. I like that. I watched the first episode, I think, of Sherlock.
Hold on, I'm still 7?
7, man.
I saw the previews for that movie. I cannot believe this right now.
I can't tell you the acting is going to do anything.
The audience score of that movie?
3.
Rotten Tomatoes?
What,
29%.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I would guess. I mean, that's 3, 30. Yeah. I could see it. I like it for it being
for the life
lessons, man.
Hey.
Okay.
I'll check it out. If you say it's a 7, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I mean it's it's to each their own.
To each their own. Different strokes for different folks.
That's right. Sherlock I liked. I don't know. I'm gonna try to watch some more of it. I don't know if it'll be one that I'll have to see. It didn't pull me in like I thought it would.
What is this?
I was really Sherlock. It's has Benedict Cumberbatch and somebody else.
Oh, television show.
Sherlock Holmes and Watson. Yeah.
Okay.
The guy who plays Arthur Dent, right?
Who's Arthur?
From Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah. I'm pretty no. Yeah. I would have to look. Yeah,
I think it is him.
Sure.
100% it is him. Just looked it up.
So it was pretty good. I also have a weird story about another show that I'm going to watch, and actually Zach listens. We talked about it earlier while we were playing PUBG. He listens to the podcast. It's called Lore, Lore, and it's about a bunch of scary shit. I think it's about everything, right, Zach? I've never listened to the podcast.
Just a little bit of everything. Like the guy who does it will just get spooky stories from whether it's someone's just a regular old told story, or if it's some like urban legend kind of sort of stories, that kind of stuff, and just does the research, fleshes them out, tells you all about them. Has a really eerie way of presenting them, even in just a podcast format. Like it'll every once in a while, it'll get the hairs on the back of your neck standing up while you're just walking around work listening to it.
I saw that was the episodes. I think it's going to be on Hulu.
Amazon. It's Amazon Prime.
Amazon
exclusive.
Thank you. Yeah, so it was the only reason why I'm going to check it out was it's actually coming up on season 2 of it. I had heard about season 1 and never really checked it out, but the story behind why I'm going to check it out today. I saw the preview for season 2, and we're talking about weird things that happen. And so, like, after I see the season 2 preview on Facebook or YouTube, wherever I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna. It's pretty interesting. I've heard some good things about it. Like season 1, executive producers was from The Walking Dead and was it X-Files? Yeah, X-Files executive producers. Season 2 is The Walking Dead again, and Exorcist executive producers. So it's going to be some scary crap. But anyways, I wasn't for sure. So I go. Sorry, I had a weird message pop up down there. I go and put Miriam to bed for her nap. I give her a bottle. She's out like a light, and I'm like, cover her up with their blankie. She's all nice and comfortable. I get into the living room, and I was like, all right, just want to make sure she's still nice and comfortable before I get all situated in my chair to watch some TV. And I look up at the monitor, and she's sitting up just staring at it. From the time that I got from her bedroom to my couch, which is like 20 feet, she has sat up and just staring at the camera.
No.
And I was like, well, now I'm going to watch this Lore show because now I'm spooked the hell out.
What's going on, Yankees and Husker? Thanks for coming out.
Yay, gentlemen. Grinding the shit out in Forza Horizon 4.
I need to play that.
Nice.
It has
free
seasons.
for us, right?
Yeah.
It has seasons? Like weather seasons?
Yeah.
Nice.
If you have the Game Pass.
Cool. Yeah, I got the Game Pass. I still have what's this one back here? Forza 7 still in the cellophane.
I can't laugh. You should see my Steam library.
So yeah, so that's cool. It's free. What? Yeah, I got to get back onto streaming, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I need a vote in the chat. Should Sasquatch start streaming again?
Ones in the chat for Nugget streaming.
Ones.
How many ones?
Lots of ones. Ones. Anyway.
Do I never get timed out because I'm a mod?
Correct.
So let's see. What else? Did we play anything else? No, we finished. We finished Castle Rock. Not going to put any spoilers out there, but me and Zach talked about it back and forth on text, and I think I'm glad to know that I was confused and really didn't figure it all out. But some of the stuff that they showed in the last episode, I feel, and I don't think we ever finished
talk about it.
Yeah, we never finished it.
did you stick around and watch the like outro, the extra scene at the end?
Yes, with the writing,
with
of the
the
book,
writing and going back to where it all started,
which is the
right.
hotel from The Shining,
which is, I believe, the hotel from The Shining.
Room 38.
I don't think we give. Ooh.
What?
Room 38.
Yeah. It was.
Oh man, but I think the ending though, and I am strongly saying I think you can either if you wanted to, make it whatever ending you want. But I think mainly, I don't think they want you to figure out yet what the ending is, like the
Right.
100% ending.
Yeah, it's a little interesting from a timeline wise if you build it into kind of the rest of the Stephen King universe. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Do you think it would make a whole lot of sense to people who are Stephen King universe people who like read the books and stuff? Because I felt like there was a lot of Easter eggs, but I don't think they were Easter eggs. I think it was meant to be that way.
From what I understand, it's set with the Stephen King multiverse as like the backdrop.
Yes. So okay. I don't think that someone who's just really into the Stephen King books and stories and everything would have a significantly better grasp of the ending of that show than you or I would.
Okay.
I think they would pick up on more of the Easter eggs, but I think a lot of them were actually Easter eggs.
Okay, because I picked up on 3 or 4 throughout there.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give too many of them away because I already did the very ending and I sort of feel bad now, but that little Easter egg.
I need to watch it and well, maybe we can discuss it next week if I get off my ass and actually watch some shows. What is it? 6 episodes? 8 episodes?
8.
Yeah.
8. But yeah, I don't think that just timeline wise, it's hard for it to make sense given some things that I know from some stuff.
Swain, what's up?
Giving stuff up. What up, Swain?
Yeah.
Bruce Swain in the house.
Though, without finishing our convo,
right.
Zach, I'm pretty sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. Giving season 1, I would venture to say from what I like, and if you are a Stephen King fan or what's Lost creator? Can't think of his name.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams fan, then you're gonna like me at putting this at. If you like all that stuff, you're gonna like this show. You should check it out. I'm gonna put it up there with. I think I'm gonna put it up there with Jack Ryan. I'm gonna throw it up at about an 8.
I would give it an 8.
I didn't think you didn't give Jack Ryan an 8. I gave Jack Ryan an 8, and you thought, yeah. You just didn't want to say Wrinkle in Time because you didn't want to say this is only as good as A Wrinkle in Time. It's a 7. I gave no. We're gonna have to go back.
Did you give her an 8? Yeah. You might have.
You gave it a 7.
It's right there with Wrinkle. Okay,
that's watched.
Who remembers how many nugs Sasquatch Nugget gave the Jack Ryan TV show? But nobody's gonna answer that.
But yeah, that might.
So you really an 8. That's again high praise. I mean, I think it's about the highest score you've given anything is an 8. So that's pretty awesome.
I agree with the 8.
Yeah,
I will check it out. I'll have to Cody that or whatever that thing is.
You know what? Maybe, and talking about more and more about rating things. Maybe I should stop rating my things for personal. Maybe I should try to do like a generalization.
No, it's supposed to be personal.
No way.
It's your fucking scale.
Oh yeah, because you're going to get some comedies, my friend, and people are going to be like, "I didn't find that movie funny at all."
Well, we can move to that after you finish your turn and I take my turn and we get into the other stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I figured that's what it was going to be. So yeah, that's all I did, guys. I'm looking forward to maybe checking out Lore to spook the shit out of myself and not be able to sleep, and maybe check some more Sherlock because I think there are only like 3 episodes per season on Sherlock.
Really?
I think it's 3 episodes each. I could be wrong.
I may not know, but I think you're wrong. I don't know, but I think you're wrong.
Or maybe I'm not getting a full list. Maybe they're just giving me a teaser, like the first 3 of every season.
Could be. We about to find out.
Season 1 is 4 episodes, I guess, because the pilot doesn't count as an episode. Season 2 is 3 episodes. Season 3 is 4 episodes. It's so weird that they have episode zeros listed on IMDb.
I wonder what those are, because I saw was just 3. So did I miss a whole episode?
Episode
because I started out on 1 and it ended at 3.
Yeah, unaired pilot.
So I'm missing out on something.
It looks like they might have combined, because I watched the first episode that was on Netflix, and it looks like they might have combined a lot of what happened in the unaired pilot to the first episode. Just looking at some of the screen caps, like they might have just combined them.
It's just so weird. Why 4 episodes a season? Understand? How long are these episodes?
Long. It was like an hour and a half long, wasn't it? It's almost more, I would consider, I got the feel that it's more of a mini series, almost like Perot-esque, maybe, more so than your average.
Yeah. It was hard for me to tell because I had to get up and down with the baby, so having to pause and come back and pause.
Interesting. I guess TV is just really evolving the way they do everything, so you never know what the hell you're going to get anymore.
So who knows what the hell they're doing over there?
Yeah. So that's it for me. That's all I got.
Oh, shit. So what you're saying is it's my turn? I didn't do anything.
Oh, since you're pointing at the Kentucky hat, just let you guys know, in the Tipton DeGrella household, Ohio State 5-0, Kentucky 5-0, Notre Dame 5-0. Ohio State almost wasn't 5-0. I was shitting bricks at work, telling Wes not to lie to me and tell me the truth.
I was telling you the truth.
My fucking phone kept telling me it was like 6 minutes left of the game. I was like, "You said that 6 minutes ago."
With the biddies.
Show
appreciate the bid, Swain. So yeah, everybody knows I've been playing Spider-Man. I don't want to rehash too much of my thoughts on that game. I beat it this week. I'm really sad that I beat it. It is not the end of me streaming it, however, because I started to play it today and realized that some of the side missions apparently are fairly that was a good catch. Or fairly meaty. And I didn't do it.
I was gonna say meaty.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do some more of that, and yeah, I stand by my 9 out of 10 on that game. Phenomenal, best game I played all year, hands down.
9 out of 10. What, hipster tears?
Yeah, 10 nugs, I guess. No, you are the official. You are the official weight scale or weighing scale of movies and TV and games here. So, yeah, 9 nugs out of 10, man. For sure. I think it's a fantastic game. I'd play it again in a heartbeat. I'd play
New Game Plus.
It's got it too. So
yeah.
So yeah, played some more Madden. I've been wanting to focus more and more on Ultimate Team, but having more and more difficulty focusing on it because it's just got to a point where it's really hard to grow my team much if I don't spend money, and I refuse to do that. So still having fun with it though. I have tons and tons of solo challenges that I haven't even touched yet. So there's lots of content there, and there's still tons of it that I haven't even begun to do.
I have a question real quick.
Sure.
In the middle of your Madden stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna pair it up with Magic the Gathering because I've been messing with that a little bit. In Magic, they have a draft system where you can go into it, and there's 2 different ones. There's a sealed draft, and then there's just the regular draft that works just like it does in Magic tournaments, where if it's a sealed draft, X amount of packs get opened up, and then you choose a card from this pack, and it goes to X amount of people who all choose cards from this pack, and then you build your deck off of that. Does Madden have a system where you could do that, and then you play that team for X amount of games, and then
they do?
Okay.
It's called what's it called? Ultimate Team Draft. Swain, help me out here. What's it called? Mutt Draft. They basically you don't. This lets you play with really great players and cards and you don't have to take all that time that it takes to earn them. You go in MUT draft, you get I want to say it's like 18, maybe 16 players. It's 16 rounds. You choose a coach, and then you get to choose. What'll happen is you'll have like 15 rounds of draft, and everybody that else you get on your team is kind of generic, mid-level, nothing. But those 15 cards that you get to draft, what pops up is like round one, there'll be 3 or 4 cards come up, and it'll all be phenomenal cards and different positions. And so you pick who you want, and you can see what it's replacing below you, like the generic people. And you build your team the way you want. Sometimes it'll work out great. Sometimes you'll end up with 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks that you really don't need. But it's you get to pick, So if you pick a quarterback early on, and then the best quarterback of the damn game shows up later on, and you decide to take him instead of taking a third left in or a lineman or something, and that's how that stuff happens. It's not like a fault of the game. But yeah, every round is like 3 or 4. I can't remember if it's 4. I think it's 3. Every round is 3 high tier awesome cards to put on your team, and I think you get to play you can play online head to head that way. I think it's like a series of 4 games, or you can play against the computer, and you get rewards for doing it too. You get Ultimate Team rewards for doing it, and then when you're done, draft a new team.
Okay, so in
ad nauseam. I mean, you could do it over and over,
where you actually get to keep the cards that you picked.
No,
so
no.
You pay money. So like to do the draft, it would be 5,000 coins, which is 5 packs worth. You pay those 5,000 coins, and then as you pick those cards to fill out your deck, after you're done, you get those cards. Plus, you can earn extra packs and money on top of that.
Right. No, I mean, some of the cards that you're playing with in this MUT draft are going to be like cards that people would pay lots of money for. So
I got you.
For the most part, I mean, there are some lower level elites, but for the most part, you're looking at like 85 and up, I would say. And I don't think they get any higher than like 92. So at least not yet.
Okay. I was just curious how that worked in comparison.
It's a good question, though. I'm glad you asked that. I didn't realize that Magic the Gathering did something like that too. So it's not just, you don't have to build a set. You can go in and play kind of a random type thing like that.
Kind of, sort of, but it does cost either real money or in-game currency to do that every time. And they also have another version of it where you get, it's like 15 6-card packs, and you build a deck out of that, and that costs real money, period, the end. But then you get to keep all the cards that you picked for that entire
free game though, right?
Free game, yes. Okay. Free game, yeah.
Well, this one's a $60 game, so that functionality is free. But there are, and I don't know if it's in the MUT, if they have the higher tier competitive levels for MUT draft, but there are competitions where you have to buy tickets for entry, and you have to pay either in-game coins, or you can buy them with real money for the tickets. It's like $10. I think. What is it like? I don't remember how much you get 3 tickets for, but it's usually 3 tickets per entry, I think. And if you fuck up after like losing, I think you can lose like 2 or 3. I don't know how. I don't play it, so I don't know. But it's kind of an incentive to play the higher tier stuff, but you have to use the tickets to get in. So, but you don't have to spend real money on it either. You can earn them through playing, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So did that. Started the owner franchise over on the Twitch channel, which your Chargers played last night, by the way.
Oh, how'd they do?
I think you destroyed the Bills.
You're goddamn right.
Actually, I think you... who won that game? I don't remember. I don't even remember anymore. And
you looked very upset on your game.
I was
you were getting angry.
I was getting angry. That was one of them. And... yeah, because Phillip Rivers to Antonio Gates over and over and over again, ad nauseum, whatever. Fuck your Chargers. Which I think the Cowboys are still open if you want to get in on that nugget. But yeah, started that.
I didn't know you had extra.
It's been kind of fun. Yeah. And I played a little bit of Fortnite since season 6, I think, came out. I stopped in the middle of season 5. I left a lot of unlockables on the table, unfortunately. I just didn't have time to keep playing it, and my wife apparently just stopped playing it too, so it has not been the house of Fortnite much lately, but my kid's like, season 6 came out, and Loot Lake's floating in the air, and I checked it out, and I had enough V-Bucks already just through playing through last season as rewards, so I went ahead and bought the season 6 pass too. It's the third or fourth season in a row I've played that game, and I've still only paid the initial $9.99 for the first season that I played. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I've unlocked every season pass just through the V-Bucks that they reward you for leveling up. So I enjoy that. I like that. And every once in a while I get enough to buy a decent emote. I'm very picky on the ones I'll get because it's all being paid for by playing the game. I haven't sank anything other than the initial $9.99 into it. I'm happy with it. Other than that, I watched nothing. I don't know why. I feel like I had a lot of time to watch shit, but
you watched nothing.
Jon Snow. Every time the TV was on when I was here and the family was here, though, was some crazy ass stupid ghost hunting shows, man.
What do you rate those shows?
It depends. On the Travel Channel on Sundays, they have some pretty good ones that I would give like 6s or 7s, maybe
Which
an
ones?
8.
I'm a huge fan of ghost hunting shows. So
I would
little
have
known
to,
fact about me.
I would have to ask my wife the titles of them.
Is it Ghost Brothers?
No.
Because that's a good one.
Is it Ghost Plumbers?
No.
That was the original Taps.
Yeah, but
Taps,
Taps, yeah.
okay.
What was that called, though? Ghost Hunters.
Ghost Hunters.
Yeah. International, even.
Yeah. That dude,
no, I
that
like
clown that ran the international one, though, man.
The one that I really don't like, I think it's called Ghost Adventures.
Oh,
or Ghost Adventurers. Is it the one with Zach, the black, the muscle head? Dude, he's so fucking full of shit. Though it makes me mad. I don't believe a goddamn thing that comes out of their mouth anymore. I just can't.
You know, he has a movie called, believe it or not,
How I Bullshit America.
It's called Demon House. It's actually, he bought a house in Indiana that they apparently didn't know anything about, and they went there, and it was haunted by a demon.
Of course it was, because the shit just follows him around everywhere he goes. He could go to a fucking porta potty and see a goddamn ghost.
That's fucking part of his story.
That's bullshit, man.
He had a contact.
How many times did you watch Ghost Hunters?
Haunting him ever since.
How many times did you watch Ghost Hunters and they go and they're like, I wish I could tell you that there was something here, but it's all explainable. There's nothing here. I can respect that, but don't act like there's a fucking ghost scratching your back or pushing you out of a room every time you go into a dark room by yourself. There's something in here. There's something in here. Give me a break.
None of those guys on Ghost Hunters were haunted personally. Like Zach, whatever is not Zach Baggins. In fact, I believe
it is. I saw it the other day, and I was like, "Oh, Baggins, that's fucking great." Yeah, dude. I can't, man. He's my main complaint out of all of those. Is I used to like him. And then he would get really intense and like start cussing out these fucking ghosts and trying to tempt them and cursing them and tell them to do bad things to it. I'm like, hold on, bro. You don't really. I don't think you know what you're doing quite yet. You're a little too angry. You need to tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, I just like how
he's just full of
ridiculous
shit,
he is because he's full of shit. You ever watch the episode where he goes to, they go to like Venice or some shit, and they're in Italy, and they're on some island that a bunch of people are taken to, and they had the plague to just die, and he gets possessed. Yeah. That's one of my favorite goddamn episodes of that show.
I've seen that one. I just... my wife loves that show. She loves all that stuff. It's not that one in particular.
Ghost Miners? The Ghost Mine one that was on like the History Channel or something.
Oh, I'm sure she. Trust me, if it says ghost in it, she's watching it.
That one,
ghost or paranormal?
You gotta make
sure. Ghost Miners. Let me write that down.
Ghost Mine. It was on like the History Channel.
So have you seen the Louisville Insane or not Insane Asylum?
Waverly?
Tuberculosis Hospital? Yeah, Waverly.
So I've seen.
We need to get Zach needs to come down. Yeah, you need to come down here. We need to do like an overnight there. Spend the night.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's 2 different episodes I've seen where a ghost comes out of the floor there and sees everybody and like dissipates back
It's
into
the place where
nothingness.
it kicked the soccer ball too, isn't it?
Yes, and the kid rolled it back to him.
All right, I'm in.
I just don't want to go down the chute where they used to slide the dead bodies down.
Yeah, down to the train to get him out of there.
And all the people that work
there
there had to like climb the stairs every day past all the dead TB people.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
I'll go in there.
You do a belly flop and slide down head first.
Yeah.
And do a pile of dead bodies you didn't realize were still there. But yeah, so the ghost shit, it's always on here, and that's pretty much all that I got to see. Not that they were like preventing me from watching shit, I just didn't watch shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which I like our Halloweeny graphics, by the way. It looks good.
Yeah, I'm just threw a bunch of bullshit up. Once I figured out that they were transparent GIFs and they worked like that, I just kind of went ham today.
Yeah, they look real cool. I like it.
So I guess since that's my turn, moving on from that, covering the news. There's some news. I know there was something that you brought up, Zach, and you can cover that in a minute. Nugget, anything you got in a minute, but I just want to run through here real quick. Video game violence study. Again. I read this article, and basically it's a scientific journal basically saying that, and I'm not going to argue with a scientific journal. They say they prove this and whatever, you can choose to believe or not believe. Their scientific journals say shit all the time that isn't necessarily always true, but they're presenting their findings from their studies. So, but basically it says there's even more evidence that games could be making children violent. Video game violence might make children more aggressive. A new analysis of 24 studies has shown how video games influence aggression in children. Experts are still undecided. Oh yeah, I still think that there's an argument that you can put to this in defense of it or contrast. Experts are still undecided on what impact playing the games has on behavior. The study suggests violent video game play is associated with increased physical aggression. I could see that. That's not saying that it's video games' fault. I mean, listen to enough violent music, you might jump into a wall in a mosh pit too. It's just all mood, but you're in control of that. But video games aren't all bad. In moderation, they can help with hand-eye coordination, problem solving, and can relieve stress. It's kind of the pointers there. But what they did was they had a study, 24 studies between 2010 and 2017, including over 17,000 participants from ages 9 to 19. Each study looked at how violent video games affected the children's real-world behavior, including their aggression, whether they hit people or had fights, and were sent to the principal's office, which is a weird one to me. The participants were followed from 3 months to 4 years, which to me is also an inconsistent, it's not a very good constant there. The team concluded that, quote, effects of violent video games extend to meaningful behaviors in the real world, unquote. In other words, there was significant evidence from their analysis that video games can contribute to heightened aggressive behavior. Specifically, the results showed that white participants had the strongest effect from video games. Hispanic children showed little to no effect because that shit don't phase them, while Asian children fell somewhere in between. So I guess they just left black people all out of this. I don't know. These findings, and this is a quote, support the general claim that violent video game play is associated with increases in physical aggression over time. We hope these findings will assist the field in moving past the question of whether violent video games increase aggressive behavior and towards questions regarding why, when, and for whom they have such effect. At the end of the day, again, if I was 12 or 9, as they talked, and I was playing Grand Theft Auto, I could see me doing something stupid. Not like killing people, but maybe running up to somebody and being like, hey, bitch, suck my, But at the end of the day, I didn't do that when I was 9 because, one, that game didn't exist then because I'm old, but parenting is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't let your 9-year-olds watch porn either, because guess what? It might make them want to go fuck something before they're supposed to be doing that. I get what the study says.
Though, it's still a choice, though. It's still a choice whether you're 9 or 90, yes or no.
Which again, it all comes back to parenting to me.
It does. Like, as I look at some of the stuff, like my mom and dad let us rent Faces of Death when we were kids. Have you all ever seen that movie?
Oh, yes.
Or any of those?
Never?
No,
I have.
I've seen plenty of messed up stuff on the internet.
Yeah, they're messed up. But we watched it. I didn't go out and Face of Death anybody. I didn't go looking for it. I don't go creeping around trying to find dead people or kill people. Or it's a choice. I don't care how long because if this study is true, then all three of us sitting right here talking about it are a ticking time bomb. We're just waiting to go off.
I mean, I've been playing pretty hyper violent video games since forever.
I've been exploding domes for 25 years.
Right? Yeah. I was playing Doom and Wolfenstein 3D when that first came out because my dad had a computer and got that game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think parenting has a lot to do with it. I would totally understand if some kids are more susceptible because of some sort of predisposition.
Yeah.
To maybe more violent behaviors could be a thing. Or, I mean, what do kids do also besides act out the things that they know? So if you have some kids that are playing games that are a little bit more violent, I could see them just like you watch movies, war movies or whatever as kids. So you go out there and you play with toy guns or whatever. Hell, when I was a kid watching Star Wars, me and my cousin got some broomsticks and cut open nunchucks, plastic nunchucks you'd get from just like a Halloween store, made lightsabers out of them and had lightsaber fights. You know what I mean? Like,
that's violent.
I think that's violent. We hit each other while we were doing it because we're having a freaking lightsaber fight, man.
Yeah, we used to shoot each other with BB guns, shoot Roman candles at each other.
There's a phrase that like your reality is basically you're a reflection of what you know, and what's around you. And if somebody sits in their room or house or whatever and is told, here, play this violent video game, Friday the 13th. Play Friday the 13th at age 10 for the next 3 hours a day for the next 6 months. I could see maybe the kid probably went outside and grabbed somebody like by the throat and tried to throw them through a window. Not because the video game corrupted them, but because that's no different than if you watch the movies or, like you said, you watch Star Wars, you went outside and you had lightsaber fights. It's what you do as a kid is you emulate what you see. And that's where parenting comes in and says, hey, you little shit, you can't do that. That's not, do you understand? This is fake, right? Yeah, Daddy, I get it. So again, they can do all they want with their studies. I think that, there's more mental health issues. I think it's when a child has other mental health issues that it would complicate things. Most normal people, whether they're 9 or 19, which was the ages of the study, aren't going to go out and run somebody over in a car because you can do it in Grand Theft Auto. Just not. So
yeah. Yep.
I felt like bringing that up because it's like time and again they always try to blame video games for stuff and I hate it. The other thing was, let's see. Oh no. I lost it. Oh. I had one more I wanted to read. Oh, Assassin's lots of games came out or are coming out very soon, guys. And I kind of want to touch about what you might be getting. I know Assassin's Creed pretty much came out today or yesterday. It's not supposed to come out till Friday, I don't think, but Ubisoft sent all their codes. Again, we can get into that. Ubisoft sent their codes out for their streamers and shit like that, review copies and whatnot. So it's out there to watch on Twitch. I think you've got early access starting today if you pre-ordered.
You got normal access starting today if you buy the more expensive game.
Is it in the store?
Yeah. You could buy it today at Best Buy.
So you said you had to buy the gold
one.
version.
Yes.
Okay, so you couldn't go in and buy the $60 game.
No.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
But again, I don't really have. I would still rather them do that. You're shaking your head, but they're not taking anything from you. You don't want to buy it, don't buy it. But why should somebody
make it something special? It's not pre-ordered. It's releasing on a Tuesday.
Well, technically, it is pre-order because if the game comes out Friday,
okay. If I pre-order it,
you're pre-ordering it when you buy the goddamn thing.
If you buy the most expensive when you get it today on Tuesday, which is a normal working in retail, games
they've changed
on Tuesday.
A lot of them have switched to Friday for some reason, though. I remember when that came out, it was an actual thing. Like media release day changed from Tuesdays to Fridays, like CDs and all that shit.
Oh, well, not where I work
first.
Yes, where you work. That's where I got the goddamn email from.
See, I agree. CDs were first. They still haven't done it with movies. You still have Tuesday new releases for movies. But the video games have just kind of been slowly but surely moving over. And to me, it just seems like they're taking advantage of that with these gold buy early things.
Did a goddamn
email.
Somebody needs to quote that.
Yeah, I mean, it's taking advantage, but it's not taking advantage. Like they're not making you buy that shit, and they're not cutting. My big thing is when they cut a part of a game out and say you can only play this set of missions if you buy the game from this place.
Yeah,
or you can only play this set of missions if you buy the game from this place. If they're going to give the game out 3 days early for somebody that pays $100 for it instead of 60, I don't like it. If I don't want to pay $100 for it, I'm like, fuck you. But I would much rather have them do that than taking segments of the game out and giving them to different people and keeping them from their fan. You know, I hate like pre-order bonuses that are different at every fucking retailer because somebody's always getting fucked over. You know,
yeah,
and I that's, to me, that's a despicable practice, and I hate it.
Let's just do something crazy then. Say buy our $100 game and you get it on fucking Sunday.
Well, Monday. I don't know. I mean, to me, that kind of thing all started. Like, why does it make you mad?
I think it's people who want to play it, and people who are going, well, streamers are going to get their own copies, but I feel like it's going towards people who are going to be playing it earlier than anyone else is going to go out and pay that kind of money that you and me won't go pay because it's not that good of a game. Now, if it was Red Dead, I might go in and do that for Red Dead, but not this one. But it's just fucking just release it on the same time. Don't try to say paying because to me, I don't see how $40 is worth getting it 3 days early.
Well, that's not what you're paying for, though. It's an incentive. What's up, Cuckoo, with the raid? Hope you had a good stream, brother. Appreciate you coming in. I don't understand, though. Like, it's an incentive. You're not paying the extra, what is it, $40? You're not paying the extra $40 to play early. That's an incentive. If you are paying the extra $40 to play early, then you're stupid because they already tell you.
Can I go get my $60 copy today?
No, the gold. That's what I'm saying. The gold is. I understand where you're coming from, but the gold edition has certain extras and 3-day early access or whatever. If that's a feature of the gold edition, then what's up, Garrity? But to me, that's an incentive to buy it early because they just want to maximize sales of their higher tier product. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not going to buy it, but if I got it 3 days early, it's the same way when they came out with EA Access. The big hype around EA Access when it first came out, before it really became a genuine service, was if you buy EA Access for $30 a year, you get all our sports games 3 days early. And they come out with it used to be an unlimited trial for those 3 days, then you had to buy the game or whatever, and you got 10% off. Now it's a 10-hour trial of all those games.
So it is.
But you get everything.
$20.
Wow, for the gold edition
that came out.
Now, is that a feature that they list on there as like?
Here's what you get. You get the season pass, along with everything that comes in the $20 more expensive deluxe edition, which are some gear packs and some money and some bonus experience. an XP and Drachma boost, whatever those happen to be, and you get a steelbook.
Ooh.
For what would amount to be another $40 more expensive than this base version.
I mean, I still
and you get a bonus mission that's not available in any of the other ones.
Ooh, okay, now
That's it. Makes it even worse for me.
I mean,
now if you
hold on, if you're gonna get the gold edition, gold edition, you're also getting the season pass. Is that gold edition mission not included in the season pass?
It says it also comes with the game's season pass and a bonus mission called The Secrets of Greece, is all this article says.
Now, see, I have issue with that.
It's important to note that this bundle doesn't come with the bonus items from the deluxe edition.
Oh, man.
Now, those are completely separate issues that I have with, yeah.
Pinecone meat dildo.
Really? What's the fucking deluxe edition then?
The deluxe edition is $20 more expensive. It gives you the Blind King pre-order bonus. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I don't know what that means. Some additional items, an XP and Drachma boost, a Chronos gear pack, a Herald of Dusk gear pack, and a Capricornus naval gear pack.
Well, I got my Twitch Prime pack already. I just don't have the game yet.
Fuck all them.
I got a pirate pack and some skins and a fucking horse.
Just make me happy and make all release dates on Friday then, so I can just continue to bitch about this.
Well, here's my thing.
Go ahead and just drop that.
Let me present this to you. What if everything came out on the same day and they just stopped? Like, what if they had a regular edition, a mid-tier edition like the deluxe with some extra stuff, and then the gold edition that had everything, including the mid-tier? Would you have a problem with that?
Hold on. There is indeed another edition.
Oh, in case you want it all shoved up in your ass at the same time edition.
The Assassin's Creed Odyssey Spartan Collector Edition.
Comes with a big fucking helmet, doesn't it?
Comes with everything else, along with, let's see, the collectible items include an art book, a game map, a lithograph, the official soundtrack, a unique steelbook, so not the same steelbook that came with the other one, but a different steelbook to show that you spent $160 on this. A 1/6 size Alexios figure, which is 15.5 inches tall.
Damn.
And you get the bonus items from the deluxe.
That'd look really good on your bookshelf behind you, Nugget.
Nah, man, he's in that.
He's got him in Assassin's Creed. Can I have your Edward Kenway then? He's got no water. He's got no water.
Shall I fill you in on another one? There's yet another edition.
No.
The Assassin's Creed Odyssey Pantheon Edition. I'll read. And finally, for those unafraid of spending $220,
is that what it says?
The Pantheon Edition. The Pantheon Edition. This is a news article that I found with it all. The Pantheon Edition includes everything in the Spartan Collector's Edition, plus an additional figure. The figure is an enemy, and it stands 11.22 inches tall. It also comes in a huge collector's box.
I just don't know. Like, I don't have a problem with them putting that out a day or three days early, 5 days early, whatever. I don't have a problem with that. I do have a problem with all these stupid fucking editions. Put out an edition, put out a good edition, put out a collector's edition, and just
so. Let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this.
All right.
What if no whiskey shots tonight, boys? Oh, Kooky, yours.
No, not tonight.
Oh, we ain't. No, that one won't be opened, and that one's gonna be for a special occasion if Nugget ever goes back to streaming. Let me ask you this, and this is totally hypothetical.
All right.
What if that 3 days early? And you happen to just flip on Twitch and you catch the ending of the fucking game because they played it for 3 days straight.
It's my fucking fault.
Yeah, I will say I think it does make it. I have a problem because I feel it's not even something I care about. It just makes it more difficult to avoid spoilers.
Exactly.
It does, but I mean, you can pretty much tell what everybody's streaming when you click on them. You know, you don't have to go in that stream.
But you can still see shit on Twitter. It's just accidental.
Yeah,
no different than not watching Walking Dead or Game of Thrones or anything like that.
This is true. That's something I hadn't considered. That's something I hadn't considered, but it doesn't really change my view on it though.
Okay,
but it's it is what it is. I get tired of, especially Ubisoft's getting the worst about it now. They decided, no. But they decided, we've put too much Assassin's Creed out into the world too quickly, so we're going to stop making it a yearly release, and instead they take a year off, come back with a great game, and then follow it up again with, now we're back to yearly releases. And whether the game is great or not, I don't really care. Why are you back to yearly releases, and why do I have 15 fucking different kinds of packages I can buy? Please just focus on your game, give us a game. I don't want to buy your Assassin's Creed picnic box. I want the game. If I want a statue, I can go buy a statue. If I want a lithograph, I can go buy one of those. It is a yearly release. Edro, what's up, buddy? But yeah,
right. I agree with that. If you're having a solid game with a good single player story, I don't think that you can pump those out yearly and maintain good quality.
Right. And that's what happened. Now this one, they've been working on this one for 3 years already, so I understand why they can throw this out a year after the last one. It's not like they just started working on it when the last one came out. It's been in development for a while now, but they're going to get back into that same cycle eventually. They can't do that. If they do, well, if that's what ends up happening, what they'll do is they'll just go change the formula again from the way the gameplay felt then they'll just get rid of the gameplay the way it is now and do something different. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to play the game, and I was surprised to hear everybody pretty much saying it's the best Assassin's Creed game ever. So I'm excited for it.
I'd like to see their reasonings why.
Lots of things. Exploration, the time period, the story, the some of the missions, the exploration, and the gameplay mostly. It's the thing. One of the reviews I watched said that it was the best open world exploration he's ever done in an open world game. Just things to find, how the world's fleshed out, shit like that. So story wise, I said it's a good story, but also some of the side missions are kind of meh, and a lot of them are repetitive type ways to get to the side missions. But it was gameplay. Naval battles apparently are the best they've ever been. There's some new kind of battle where it's like basically like a war going on. Think the game For Honor, where there's a shit ton of people on the battlefield at once. There's a couple modes like that you have to play through that are apparently really good. I don't know. We'll see. Ubisoft just doesn't have they have bugs that give you nightmares. Yeah, they kind of do. Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, well, Grand Theft Auto I'm sure will be coming soon, but first we got Red Dead Redemption. And everything that we said, or that I said at least, I don't want to put words in people's mouth. Everything that I said about the additions.
Put whatever you want in my mouth.
Oh, where is that eggplant? Everything that I feel and said about Assassin's Creed Gold Edition, Deluxe Edition, Super Picnic Basket Edition, also applies to Red Dead Redemption 2, which also has a ridiculous amount of additions with real life shit to get and buy and stuff like that. Not just Ubisoft, but they're one of the worst ones about it. Anyway, that's all I got, guys, for my newsy news. Lots of big games coming out. This is like the first big release. Forza Horizon is another big release. And then we got Call of Duty. What's that one you guys like? Battlefield, Red Dead Redemption, and I'm sure there's more that I can't think of right now that are going to make it an awesome holiday gaming season. So You guys got some news stories. Take her away, because I'm newsed out.
I don't have a whole lot. I have CD Projekt Red open their pre-orders for Thronebreaker, the Witcher Tales story, which I guess is a combination of like an isometric RPG with Gwent as the main gameplay type. So it's a Witcher story built around playing Gwent and some sort of isometric RPG thing. It's supposed to be about 30 hours worth of content in the Witcher world. However, they have said and kind of called out everyone else for having pre-order bonuses for ordering their game early, and have said they won't do that. And I guess they specifically called people out about it. What they had to say: we want to change the game industry. We want to say we can do things differently. We don't have to do things that way. It's our motto. We are rebels, right? Is kind of what they said. So
yeah, because I mean they kept their word. I bought Witcher and I bought everything. Like I think you paid like if you bought it that day, you paid like $15-$20 for anything else that came out with it, like all set, and everything I've gotten updated and added to it. Just never played it.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like they're also just, if you buy the game, period, the end, pre-order or not, you get the soundtrack and an accompanying artwork and graphic novel.
Graphic novel?
Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
Apparently the Witcher books are really good too.
My dad's read them. He's super into the Witcher universe and absolutely loved them.
Gotcha.
There's and it sounds like final DLC coming out for XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. It's called the Free Tactical Legacy Pack, which if you own War of the Chosen, it's going to be free for download for a period of time. It's going to bring back a lot of the weapons and armor that was in the original, not the original XCOM, but the redone XCOM. Will be available in the War of the Chosen campaign. There's also adding 4 mini campaigns to it that take place between the end of XCOM and the beginning of XCOM 2.
Cool.
So yeah, that's what that is, and free to play. Good send off for the series, I guess, is pretty much what the article said, which is pretty cool. It's a game I really liked, but I didn't play enough of.
And it's not like 2K to let their people do that either. They don't put free shit out to download often.
I think they've kind of done a decent amount of cheaper DLC though with XCOM 2, and they also on the PC opened it up to the Steam Workshop, so you can get a lot of ridiculous things in your own content that people fan made content for the game, which I think is really cool.
Gotcha.
It arrives October 9th. I think that's all I had, because I already touched on a little bit ago the piracy thing coming back with streamers. So, Nugget, you got any news?
The only news I was going to touch about was because I like touching things. Red Dead 2. Watching the second gameplay trailer today was still amazing and beautiful. I like how they keep focusing on what you do in this open world will stay with the people that you do it to. If you hurt somebody, they'll be pissed off at you and maybe hunt you down later. If you're good to somebody, I'm assuming that'll pay off in the long run.
You have relations with somebody, they'll be preggers.
You can have a baby.
Can you? Really?
For life?
No, I don't know. But the main thing I saw at the very ending of the game, which has me a little excited, is the first person mode. Because it's one thing to be in third person shooting people, but if you run around with a shotgun in first person, can you imagine what that's going to look like in that game?
I'm a little curious how well the first person mode's going to work, just from the aiming down the sight standpoint. I didn't watch a whole lot of the trailer. I caught a couple bits and pieces of it, but everything I saw was more just lining up the dot reticle that you get in those games and shooting.
Yeah.
Was there?
They didn't show a lot of first person. They just showed like a real quick snippet.
Because I personally would have a really hard time with that.
Grand Theft Auto 5, when it came out on PC and the next gen consoles, they implemented a first person mode, and I thought it was great, but it was also kind of hard to adjust to. Specifically with the aiming down sights, it just felt weird. But the good news was there were tons of options on field of view, speed when you're like aiming, speed when you're aiming down sights, shit like that I just never messed with to get the feeling right. But yeah, there were a lot of options that they gave you to kind of customize the way it feels. But for the most part, I thought it was great. It was kind of disorienting when you're used to playing it in third person. So I would imagine it's going to be a lot like that, but probably much more refined than it was then.
Just start in first person, you'll never know anything
This
different.
is true. This is very true. Whoa, Nugget's gone.
Oh, who's gone?
Oh, well.
I broke
He'll
everything.
be back. Oh, he's back. Broke his camera.
What happened? Anyways, you guys can hear me. I'll figure stuff out.
Yeah, we got you. Back.
And that's all I had on the news front. I didn't know when you want me to go over this list of comedies that Sasquatch recommend everybody watch.
So, I am a terrible movie watcher, and I asked last week, or some week.
Real quick, just to interrupt, real fast. Mario Party comes out on Friday.
Yay!
I'm pretty pumped about it. I don't know about anybody else, but carry on.
I told Nugget he should give me a list of all these movies that he thinks I should watch, because I haven't watched a movie since like the year 1995. Generalizing. Anyway, so yeah, he says he's got a huge list of comedies in particular for me to watch, and we're about to hit that shit up now. So
yeah,
take
I know
it
it's
away.
getting late, so I'm gonna go through it quickly, and I can always send you this list if you don't get them all down.
I'll get it back from the replay. I'll get it back from the replay.
So this is my list, and I'm going to read from this because I took some time just to write it down. This is in no order of what order you should watch these in, from best to worst or whatever. So first off, I'm going to start in saying any of the older Adam Sandler or Chris Farley movies, absolutely love them. Obviously, you can't get any newer Chris Farley, but the newer one of Adam Sandler, they tend to have to be going downhill
the Netflix
now.
movies.
Yeah, those as well. So my list contains comedies that you should see that Sasquatch Nugget says you should see. Coneheads.
Sasquatch said so.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Yes.
All right.
Hold on, we got a ding.
Okay. Ding. So Almost Heroes.
Never heard.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You don't.
Oh wow.
Wait, neither one of you ever heard of it?
Almost Heroes, no.
It's a Chris Farley one, and oh god, one of the guys from Friends, Chandler.
Oh god,
Friends
he was like my favorite on
Wow.
Friends. I should definitely watch that.
Yeah, so it's some pretty funny moments in there that I enjoyed. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Tag, Without a Paddle. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Caddyshack.
Man.
Oh, I love Caddyshack.
The Jerk with Steve Martin. That's an older one.
I've seen that one.
Mighty Python's Holy Grail. Tommy Boy, Black Sheep. Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke.
Oh my god.
Happy Gilmore. Spaceballs.
I hated
Day.
Spaceballs when I was a kid. I don't know why. Making fun of
because
Star Wars.
You're a Star Wars fan. Let's see. I say Groundhog Day.
Yep.
Revenge of the Nerds. Shaun of the Dead.
Oh yeah, Shaun of the
Fucking
Dead.
booger.
There's a good one
Yeah.
if you haven't seen that, Wes.
And I think
I've got it actually. I've got that on DVD.
Because I was going to write down after I wrote that I think it was Paul with Simon Pegg in it with the little alien.
I haven't
So
seen
I
it, but
would-
I've heard it's really good.
Simon Pegg's another one. I think if you just check out some movies he's in, I enjoyed
Hot
all those.
Buzz.
He's funny.
Yes, Hot Fuzz is a good one. I didn't put that one on here. Thank you. Let's see, Stripes, really old one. With
Good
Bill
one. That's
Murray
really
and-
good though.
Yeah, Wayne's World,
Party
The
on.
Money Pit.
Ooh, Tom
What was
Hanks
that?
and who was that? Kim Basinger or
What movie?
I don't remember.
The Money
Money
Pit.
Pit.
I haven't seen
Super old one. Yeah. Napoleon Dynamite, City Slickers, Wedding Crashers.
good one? City
Police,
Slickers I
all
didn't
the-
like that much.
Well,
Been a long time since I've seen it though.
fuck you.
I'm just saying, like
Um,
maybe being 12 years old and watching that doesn't
True.
you
Maybe
know.
I was just a weird young kid liking all these older comedic actors. I don't know. Any of the police academies. Obviously, the first one's my favorite, but Big, Beverly Hills Ninja. That's all I got. That's all I got for you.
No Beverly Hills Cop. It's kind of a comedy.
Was in there, but yeah.
The Big Lebowski.
See, some of them have slipped my mind. No, that's what I'm saying. Like I was putting this list together.
Ghostbusters?
I just didn't know how far to go.
He's like, fuck you guys, leave me alone. No, that's a good list. That is a good list. There's a lot of list, several things on there that I have heard of and haven't seen. No Animal House.
See, forgot about Animal. Totally
didn't they do a remake of Animal House?
Or they were going to.
Will Ferrell had a. It was around the time Wedding Crashers. It was Party Animal, maybe.
You're My Boy Blue.
I just know he was running down the street naked or in his underwear.
Yeah. Old school.
Yeah, that's just funny.
Good call, Edro.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Has boobies.
Have you seen the Will Ferrell movies? The Semi-Pro and
Semi-Pro.
Step Brothers. Have you seen those, Wes?
If he hasn't, that's...
I have not seen either one of those.
Oh, see, we're going into things that's making me think of other things. Basketball.
Basketball is
basketball.
Half-baked.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean. This list could have went on and on if I would have
South Park movie
kept going. Like I was just throwing them down on paper as they hit my brain. Kingpin. Awesome. All right, Swain, one more shot for you
with Woody Harrelson in his yeah,
that's a pretty good one. Ugh, I'm gonna have to make up a list, Wes. I have to sit down. I have to talk about movies you like, and then I'm gonna build a list of movies you need to watch.
Okay. Hey, that's what I was saying in the messages back and forth. I enjoyed making this list. I had fun because it brought me back to wanting to pull up all these movies and watch them.
Awesome.
We'll be best friends, Edro.
Big Lebowski, though. You've not seen that one?
I have seen that. I just don't really remember much of it. I just know the dude doesn't do anything he doesn't like to do.
Big Lebowski is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's like top of my list.
Gotcha.
I got you, Swain.
All right, what else we got as far as... Well, I guess that wasn't really news, but it was news to me. It was informative to me.
Dude, Swain, Rushmore is such a good movie. Oh. I love Rushmore. I could talk about Wes Anderson movies forever. They're so good, every single one of them, except for The Life Aquatic with Frank Zizou. That movie sucks ass.
Nice to like the movie topic. Yeah. So we have some wacky news, Nugget. Did you find wacky news?
I mean, the one we talked about. I don't know if we want to go into the other one, the wacky injured news.
Well, I mean, might as well. It did involve a whack, right?
Well, yeah, there was whacking. Whacking. So, weird and wacky news of today. Wes sent me a message earlier, and just in case you guys didn't know, his address is blah, 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 and you could send him a jart. That's right, folks. A fart in a jar.
Jar of farts.
So there's a website where you can buy, I'm assuming they spray some kind of stinky ass shit in there. You can put a note in it and mail it to somebody that you hate or love. I guess it could be a friendly gesture. And when they open it up, the smell goes out and they get the note in there that says fuck off or I love you or whatever you want it to say. But I just thought it was funny that you could send a smelly fart through the mail.
It's pretty damn raunchy.
Open your jar, Wes.
Oh no!
Open your jar. Yes,
I'm not opening.
Open your jar.
I cannot. I need a visual and audio.
No.
The thing is,
the
thing is, okay. And if my wife was here, she would totally tell you the fart stays in the jar, guys. Because I've already.
But for how long?
I don't know if it would still be in there because I've already cracked it.
Because
but
I know
15, 20 minutes for sure. Oh, well, they say it on the website
Yeah, but
Is
this
there
is
an
a
expiration
spray.
date?
This is a spray.
Right.
I want to know if a real goddamn fart stays in a jar
You're
for now
talking
2 hours.
like day. You got to use it
All
on
right,
the first
how
day.
about this? We all go get a jar tomorrow. We fart in this jar and we open them on stream
I'm
on the
fine with
next
that.
podcast.
I want to put it on my wheel of death. Is like something that happens when I hit a bit goal. Is I spin the
Open
wheel
a
and,
fart jar?
and I got to fucking huff the fart jar. So, but I'm
'Cause
telling
I
you
can
right
tell
now,
you
I
it
wanted to
stays-
see if it would work. I went straight downstairs after I read the article and farted in a jar. And I waited about 20 minutes. I told my wife and kid, I was like, I'm opening this thing. Y'all want to see? They actually stayed the fuck upstairs and watched from the top of the stairs me open this jar and stick it in my face and about fucking vomit all over myself. I turned
So what
around
you
and
Did at that point did you think it was somebody else's fart?
Right, that's what I'm
Dude,
saying.
it
So
did-
your own brand?
no,
It's been too
it
long?
was I don't know. It was so intense. Plus, I think this used to be a spaghetti sauce jar, so it kind of smelled like a spaghetti sauce fart. I don't know. There was a little bit of spaghetti sauce smell in there too, but it was so bad that they laughed for 20 minutes. Well, not 20 minutes. They laughed for like 10 minutes straight, and I was just blown away by the fact that it actually not only did it smelled horrible. So there's that. Yeah,
Okay.
if you want to have a fart challenge next week, I'm down.
For a challenge next week.
We're gonna be huffing farts out of our own asses on stream.
I
next
used to
week.
be known as the Earl of Hurl, so I'll
Nice.
have a trash can ready.
Well, you'll get to see if
Because I
You still
definitely know,
got it.
like you said, like a minute afterwards, 2 minutes afterwards, it's still there. Because a coworker of mine, we were walking around one day at work, and I had this little like container, and I farted in it, and I had closed it, and I just like jokingly said, "Oh Jesus, it smells! Smell this!" And I opened it, and for some odd reason, he took the biggest whiff, and he about threw up everywhere. So I don't know what the
damn.
curiosity is of sniffing things, but when you tell somebody, "Ooh, it smells, smell this," it's like they instantly have to do it.
here I farted in a cup. Take a whiff. Okay.
Oh shit! So I mean, that's the quick one, and then we.
Horrific.
I bet. So then our other weird news of the day is at the what tournament was this?
The Ryder Cup.
The Ryder Cup.
Or
A spectator was sitting outside watching golf when 4 was yelled and a chip was made or a shot was made, and the golf ball hit her in the eye, exploding her eye.
broke her eye socket or orbital socket and exploded her eyeball.
Could they
So-
save it?
No. She has no more sight in that
She
eye.
has no more say. Eye is gone, and she is suing, but they're arguing that she has no right to sue.
Well,
Which, if we all remember, non-politics, frivolous.
the Ryder
lawsuits
Cup
are-
is already taking care of her immediate care and future care for her eye. I even think they paid to have her transported to. It was in France, I guess. So from Paris to Lyon, and so I mean they're taking care of that. So I'm not sure what the suit's going to be for.
pain and suffering.
And I don't know if they're suing the person that hit the ball or if they're suing the Ryder Cup or whatever organization it's part of.
They should have put some nets up.
That's what I
You
said.
should have
when
let
the
people
golf
stand
course-
right here along the aisle and watch golf. You might get hit in the eye. You'll shoot your eye out. Don't
Fucking
go to
Happy
a-
Gilmore, that
like,
shit. Look, he
what
hit
you-
people with putting nails in their head. They were okay with it.
I mean, what did
I
you
had a
think was
golf
going to
course
happen?
personal experience. A golf ball from a golf course busted the headlight lens out of my truck. I had to buy a new headlight lens, and I called the golf course, and they were like, "Did you take it up with the people that did it?" And I said, "Well, do you want me to drive through your fence and find them?" And then I offered to come up there to find them, and they said I couldn't do that. So what the fuck was I supposed to do?
Sue him.
Sue them, I guess. I said, why don't you guys have nets up over there? You literally have people hitting golf ball 5 feet away from a main road.
Mm-hmm.
At least you weren't standing there. Getting your
At least
eyeball
I didn't
exploded.
lose my truck lost its eye, but I replaced it.
poor
no
poor
offense,
Mater.
lady. Yeah.
Ow, it hit me in the eye. Shit. All right. Well, guys, you guys got anything else?
No, I do not.
No, all good.
I
Next
just want to
Tuesday.
thank everybody for coming out and listening.
Right. Hanging
Oh
out.
yeah. I definitely want to thank everybody for all the support. It's been a fun night tonight. Lots of chat. Sorry, I had the alerts off, but we've had some shenanigans the last couple of nights, and I didn't want to invite that. So we'll get those alerts turned back on. Thank you for everybody that followed when they came in. If I didn't acknowledge you, that's why. So my apologies there. But yeah, so we'll be here next Tuesday around 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye, everybody. Have a great night.
Bye.